pretty cool. Makes it nice and easy to walk around when you got 5 pounds of mud on your boot. Nelly doesn't care. Nelly's sick. Gordon's already almost at limits on teal. I've got 1 teal and a dog that's pissing me off. Get it, come on. Nelly, come on, good girl. Bring it here, come on. Hold, heel, heel. Yeah. Dead, go back. All right, this is the kind of wax you need. Just paraffin wax. We are looking at $5.50 per box. Maybe 2 or 3 boxes is all you need. Okay, we ran to the hardware store and we got a 16-quart pot. So we're gonna open that up, put some water in it, and dunk the wax in there and let it start to melt. Okay, so we've got the water pretty close to the top there. Maybe a little too much. Hold on. Okay. That's probably better. Need enough water to get the ducks completely dunked, but we don't want to overflow. Okay, so wax. We'll start with 1 box of wax. And let's just put it on about halfway and let it melt. We're gonna need 2 boxes of wax, I can already tell. Okay, 2 boxes of wax, boom. Okay, well, it's completely melted and now it's boiling, which I think we kind of wanted to avoid, but doesn't seem to be a problem. So we're gonna move this outside so we don't create a mess. Okay. Look at that dog. All right. So we have been plucking lots of ducks. We mostly shot teal, but we have a kind of a mix. We even took a few coot, kind of to help train the dogs, really, because that's what we're using. But we'll eat them. So with a lot of the ducks here, a lot of the teal we plucked out really nicely, and those are already cleaned up, but some of them, they're just not plucking that great, so we will take them and give them a dip. Kind of just making a duck candle. You usually do like 3 dips. That should be thick enough to get the rest of this. So 1 more dip. And then we're gonna let this harden. Do we have any wax paper? We're gonna grab some wax paper and put that down, and we're gonna let them harden on that. And then we'll start. So we have parchment, that should work. So we're just gonna set these over here. Nelly, leave it. And we'll do the next teal here. So that one I actually dipped 4 times, which seems like it's enough. This is already all cut, which that's not ideal. You really want to leave it with the neck fully intact like that, or even head on still. But the wax should come out of there, should be fine. So 3. 4. And it would be better if that was spread open, so let's get a little bit more wax on there. Okay. Here's a head-on bird. This isn't ready yet. Here we go. That's kind of how you want them. Give it a dunk. Get the little feathers around the feet. What do you think, lady?
She's licking her chops.
Leave it. For a lot of these birds, I really would try to avoid waxing. Nelly, please. Get. Leave it. I would really try to avoid waxing just because it really becomes a mess. Like this bird was wet and it really didn't work. And see how all that wax is just kind of stuck on there? It's pretty hard to remove. So I'm probably just gonna have to skin that bird because it's just a pain in the ass. But where it does seem to really work is with a lot of like pin feathers. You can see the wax pulls it right out. So for some of these early season birds, you can really clean them up. So maybe there's a place for it. I don't know. It's still kind of like more work than it's worth. We'll see. Let's keep going. Well, I learned a few things. Having the duck pretty well intact, feet on, head on, that is much easier. You can hold it by either end and that'll help you dip it in the wax and just handle the bird. And the other thing that's extremely important is having a good dry bird to begin with. This one here, it's too wet and those down feathers just aren't, it's just not going to work. I'm gonna try to dry that one out before I dip it. Yeah, so those two things. And then the other thing that's important is getting a nice thick coat of wax on the bird and then actually pulling the skin away from the wax, and then that will help that wax come off in big pieces instead of getting crumbly and becoming like little pieces like that. Once it becomes little pieces like that, it becomes really hard to get off. So yeah, those three things will really help. And actually, after doing this bird, I'm pretty satisfied with it. So it's a bit of a learning experience, but yeah, I'm leaning towards recommending this. I'm gonna try to film what I'm talking about with pulling the skin away from the wax instead of the wax away from the skin. Usually start like up here, the wing, break that. These usually come off all right, so pull that away. And then you just start moving the skin underneath. And did you see that separate there? It'll actually separate from the wax, and that allows the wax to come off in bigger pieces. Yeah, which seems to make it a lot easier and make this whole thing work more like it should. So you can see this will break off now and be a nice big piece. These little pieces like this are what become an issue. So you just keep moving, pulling the skin away, and then breaking the wax away like that. And that seems to work pretty well.
Nelson, who stole her sister's her bone and tastes delicious. Secondhand bone. Secondhand bones are really good because extra spite is in them. So now what are you doing?
Gotta turn on the trail cam. Get a picture of you. Okay, so just to conclude our little waxing video, I think after about 8 ducks, I think I got the wax figured out and I ended up liking it. Would I recommend it? Yeah, I think I'd recommend it for those early season ducks with a lot of pin feathers and stuff. It really helps get those pin feathers out. We are out here on the back corner of the property, just disposing of the rest of the ducks. So we got a lot of wings and feathers and guts that we just put down right here. Just gonna see what wildlife shows up. So I just mounted a little trail camera here. It's probably getting our picture right now. And yeah, we'll see what's out here. Usually there's some bears and stuff, so that might be interesting. I will add at the end of this video whatever animals show up. So end of the video we'll have a trail camera footage, hopefully.
Thanks for watching.